and if Hugh Jackman, he says this is his last performance. Also, Patrick Stewart said this is going to be his last time playing Professor X. I mean, this movie, perfect ending for them. If this is their last appearances, this is the perfect way to finish it. I mean, just incredible. I mean, I've grown up with all the X-Men films. I used to watch the cartoon, but I've been such a huge fan of the movies, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, one of the best casting choices ever. Probably my favorite. Honestly, I think Wolverine is my favorite comic book character ever. I mean, I'm not, crazy about the comics in particular, but in terms of, comic book characters, adapted to television and, with the animated series, and also what I've seen, in the movies, I love Wolverine. I love his story.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today, as I'm sure all of you are aware, we had a very exciting update about the newest Deadpool film. Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine after what will be 7 years, believe it or not, since Logan, by the time the movie comes out, which it's crazy to think it's been that, it'll be that long. So a lot of you guys who watch my channel know I am a huge fan of the X-Men series, and in particular, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, obviously, his tenure as that character for 17 years. Before there was ever an MCU or anything like that, we had, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, we had the Fantastic Four movies, we had Ang Lee's Hulk, we had the Blade movies, which I've never seen. I'll check out, at some point, those movies, for the new Blade, but, and then we had the X-Men series, which, again, everyone's not the biggest fan of. But me, I always enjoyed the majority of those movies. The only ones I consider bad, of course, are, The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine, and Dark Phoenix, that wasn't so good. But everything else has either been good or great or, even phenomenal. Like X-Men Days of Future Past being my favorite in the whole series, aside from, Logan, obviously. And Logan, to me, it's my favorite superhero movie, point blank. It just is. It beats out Spider-Man 2 for me just because of how mature and how rated R and true to the character it is, and it's such a great send-off for the character. So hearing this news, I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but it's at the same time, it's like, man, they ended it so perfectly, so I really hope they don't screw up the ending of the character. Now, in terms of, like, the timeline and continuity, like, it's all screwed up, so, like, I don't know if it's going to take place, like, in the same, continuity, because in Deadpool 2, he references Wolverine getting killed, obviously, with the, the very beginning of the movie. In Deadpool 2, if it does take place in the same continuity, it would take place before, because I think Logan takes place in, like, 2029, right? And Deadpool 2, I believe, just takes place in, like, modern times right now. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Regardless, though, like, at the end of Deadpool 2, he literally has Cable's time travel thing. So, like, literally he can time travel, and maybe he prevents Wolverine's death or something, or maybe he, like, plucks him out of a timeline and brings him to, I don't know how they're going to do it. But either way, it's crazy that Hugh Jackman's actually coming back for this. Like, he said he was done, he's getting older, obviously. He can't play Wolverine forever, and, with the MCU growing, they're obviously going to recast everybody at some point. And there's been talk also of, like, they can't do an X-Men thing with the new cast until, like, 2025 or something like that because everyone's contracts carried over. So I feel like the reason they're doing this is to hold us over until then, because they literally can't do anything until 2025. So they're bringing back, like, Patrick Stewart as, Professor X. They're bringing back Hugh Jackman now as Wolverine because those are the same actors anyway. So before they, like, do a whole, like, reboot of X-Men, they're going to hold us over with this. So I feel like that's what their strategy is. But man, regardless, I'm super excited about this. So I'm actually subscribed to Ryan Reynolds on YouTube, and I saw the video pop up in my subscription box before any of the news started breaking, like, oh, Wolverine's back or anything. So I was just like, what is this video Ryan Reynolds just posted? It says Deadpool 3 update or whatever it's called. And I click on it, and it's, it's typical Ryan Reynolds, comedy. It's shot like a serious, like, documentary style thing, and he's, joking around. He's pouring aviation gin, and And then all of a sudden, at the end of the video, Hugh Jackman walks by in the background, and of course, you know, he's like, "Hey, you want to play Wolverine one more time?" He's like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Oh, that's definitely a joke. That can't be real." And then the camera holds on Ryan Reynolds, and he like gives like a smirk, and then the music starts playing, and it's like, "Oh my God, is this actually happening?" And then they show the logo, and then the slash through the logo, and it gives you a release date, and it's like, "Oh my God, this is actually happening. I can't believe it." And then the internet just blew up. Like, it literally just blew up. So yeah, it's crazy. Everyone's talking about it right now. Man, I can't believe this. This is like... So, Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character, period. He's my favorite, in the movies, obviously, too. So to see him come back is going to be special. I was totally fine with the way they ended things in Logan, obviously, but I have faith in Sean Levy, who's directing Deadpool 3. I'm not sure who's writing Deadpool 3. I'm sure Ryan Reynolds is going to have a hand in that, you know. I have faith in Ryan Reynolds. I have faith in Hugh Jackman. I have faith in Marvel Studios, who's handling this movie. It's not Fox anymore. I mean, technically, I don't know if they're going to distribute it through the 20th Century Studios, you know, banner or not. I have no idea how it's going to work, but it's going to be under Marvel Studios, which is what matters. So we'll see what happens. You know, it better be rated R. Like, it has to be rated R, because, come on. To see these guys team up and probably, like, slice and dice people, oh, God, it's going to be so great. And the banter between them, I already know it's going to be gold. We got a little taste of it in X-Men Origins, but, of course, that movie is a bit of a mess. And, man, this is so crazy to think. 2024, man, Hugh Jackman is going to play Wolverine for a 10th time. His lifespan of the character is going to be 24 years, which is insane. So I can't wait for it. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think of this news. I normally don't do videos like this where there's a news topic and I literally just start talking about it. Like, this is an exception. I have to talk about this. I'm over the moon for this. I can't wait. There was a huge smile on my face. I literally almost shed a tear. I'm not going to lie to you. I was literally sitting in here with my sister, and, like, we were sitting here, and I was watching YouTube on my TV. I'm looking at my subscriptions, and we were sitting here watching the Deadpool update, and all of a sudden they show that. And she knows I'm a huge Wolverine fan, so... man, it was... I wish I, like, did a reaction video or something, because my reaction was priceless. It was literally, my jaw dropped. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this news. Are you sort of, like, neutral on it? Are you sort of mad about it because of, you know, like... you know, it could tarnish the ending of Logan or something? I don't think it will. How do you think they're going to explain the continuity? You know, because Deadpool, you can have liberties with that. The continuity doesn't really matter, to be honest. Because, like, in Deadpool 2, you have the cameo from the young X-Men cast, and the movie takes place in, you know, like, modern times, so that doesn't make any sense. You know, it's the whole timeline thing is all screwed up anyway. So, again, MCU has done a good job of explaining different, you know, timelines with Loki and multiverse stuff and whatnot. So I feel like they'll explain it at some point. And I really hope, too, since they're technically going to merge the X-Men films into this, like the older ones, I hope they explain, like, what movies took place in what timelines. Because it can't be one timeline. It's impossible. Because, like, you have the Days of Future Past stuff, which connected the new series and the old series, but then you have Dark Phoenix, which followed that, which totally screwed up the ending of because Jean Grey dies at the end, and then they rename the school after her, and it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, and then where do the Deadpool movies take place, like, actually? Because you have a different Colossus, and, you know, it doesn't make any sense. So, hopefully they explain it someday, like how all the movies, you know, fit within different timelines and whatnot. But like I said, I can't wait for this film. Less than 2 years away, basically. It's going to be September 6th. We're getting it. We're in September right now, obviously. So 2 years from now. It's going to be something. I can't wait. I don't know if they're just going to call it Deadpool 3. I hope they call it, like, Deadpool and Wolverine. That'd be a cool title. Or something. You know, something cool like that. Who knows who else might even pop up in there? We might get X-23 in there, you know, Wolverine's daughter. We might get Professor X again. And it's crazy that, you know, Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman both said they were done back in 2017. And now, in the year 2022, we had Patrick Stewart come back. And now in 2024, we're going to have Hugh Jackman come back. So, man, this is going to be one last hurrah, I believe, for Wolverine. People are talking about, too, he might show up in Secret Wars and whatnot. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. This is, what a time to be alive right now. Man, so... Anyways, thank you guys for watching this, and like I said, leave your thoughts down below. What are your predictions for the film? How's it all gonna, and how long is Ryan Reynolds gonna play Deadpool too? That's another question I have, because, he's getting a little bit up there in age, and he's, he can't play him forever either, so, I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll see. Because I literally can't imagine any other human being playing Deadpool. Like, it just doesn't compute. Like, I would love to see Taron Egerton play Wolverine. I think that's a great choice. But in terms of Deadpool, I literally cannot think of anybody. Like, literally. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this. And I have high hopes. I'm very excited. This film... It's, I don't know what else is coming out in 2024, but it's already my most anticipated film for that year. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this one, and have a good one. Bye-bye.